Hi friends, as the continuation of our previous class on verb forms, let us learn about tenses. What is meant by tense? Tense denotes time. Some actions took place in the past. Some actions take place now. Some actions are going to take place in future. Based on that, we have tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Now let us start with present tense now. Present tense. What are the four forms of present tense? What are those? Simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. And we will learn even structures also. And when do we use it? Application is more important. I said no. We will learn everything in detail. Among all 12 tenses, the first one is simple present tense. When do we use simple present? When we are talking about habitual actions, regular happenings, universal truth, facts, and proverbs and great sayings, we use simple present tense. Let us know even structures also. Now look at the structure of simple present tense. Subject plus present form of verb. Sometimes we call it as V1 plus object. And when do we use it? For habitual actions. Take the example of first one. I water my plants regularly. This is the regular happening. It's habitual action of mine. So that should be in simple present tense. I water my plants regularly. That's a habitual action. So we have to use simple present tense. Come to second one. Our milkman brings milk at 7 o'clock. This is also regular happening. Third one, the earth rotates on its axis. What is this? It is universal truth. We use simple present tense. Fourth one, water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. This sentence is a fact, right? So in such cases also we use simple present tense. When you come to the fifth one, a stitch in time saves 9. What is this? It's a proverb. In Proverbs also we use simple present tense. Now look at the verbs very carefully. This verb is very important. When should we use S? When we shouldn't use S in case of verb. I think it is better to discuss agreement of subject with verb at this point of time. If you take the first sentence, I water my plants regularly. What is subject there? I. What is I? I is said to be first person singular. In case of first person singular or plural, whenever we use the verb, it shouldn't take S. Remember that. I water my plants regularly. We water our plants regularly. So in case of such word, here you should not take the word water as noun. Here the word water is used as verb. So we should not use S to the verb. Suppose if you use the word second person also, you water the plants regularly. In case of second person also we use the same word. But only in case of third person singular, we have to add S to the verb. Remember that. He waters plants regularly. She waters plants regularly. My mother waters plants regularly. So here, whenever we are talking about third person singular, then only we have to add S to the verb. Remember that. And negative forms also. I water my plants regularly. What is the negative form of it? I don't water my plants regularly. Similarly, if you say third person singular, my mother makes delicious food items. Right? That is third person singular. So makes we have to say. What is the negative form of it? My mother doesn't make. You have to use the word doesn't. Again we will discuss about it later. You need to have all these things in mind while framing sentences, while framing structures in simple present tense. When do we use present continuous tense? When action which is going on at this present moment, we use present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. What's the structure of it? Subject plus present form of be plus present participle form of verb plus object. We discussed now what are be forms? Am, is, are. All these are called be forms. Here we are taking only present form of be. I mean, am, is, are. These are the words which we use. Then present participle form of verb. What is present participle form of verb? Ing form of verb. Normally, whenever we use ing form of verb as the main verb, we have to use be forms. So come to the sentences given here. I am eating a mango. Here, I is said to be the subject and it is in first person. Whenever we are talking about first person singular, we have to use am. I am eating. Here, eating is present participle form of the verb, a mango. That means this process is going on now. When I am eating mango, then only I can say I am eating a mango, right? So, what does present continuous indicate? It indicates the action which is going on at present moment. Come to second one now. He is dancing now. It's going on, right? So what is the keyword here? Now. The word now is the keyword to tell the sentence is in present continuous tense. Come to third sentence. Look how beautifully the birds are flying. When do we say the word look? When the process is going on. When the birds are flying beautifully, then only we can say look how beautifully the birds are flying. So action which is going on at that point of time. Listen, the bell is ringing. When can we say the word listen? Here the word listen is the keyword which indicates the sentence is in present continuous tense. Listen, the bell is ringing. When are we able to listen? When the process is going on. When the bell is ringing, then only we are able to listen. Fifth one. Don't disturb. Your sister is sleeping. Here what are the keywords which enable you that sentence is in present continuous tense? Don't disturb. So sometimes these keywords enable you to understand what structure which you have to use, what tense form which you have to use. You have to keep all these things in mind while writing. Even present, at presently, all are the keywords which indicate that we have to use present continuous tense. Third one, present perfect. When do we use present perfect tense? Present perfect indicates just a completion of action. Now let's observe present perfect tense and its structure. Subject plus have or has plus past participle form of verb plus object. This is the structure of present perfect tense. In case of present continuous tense, we use the auxiliary verb. We discussed now these are called am, is, are called primary auxiliaries. Not only those, even have or has are also called primary auxiliaries. Here, present perfect form of have or has should be used in case of present perfect tense. Remember that. And then past participle form of verb. This is also called like V3. V3, V4. Some got the habit of writing it as V1, V2, V3, V4. Why to get confused? Let us think it as past participle form of verb. While learning verb forms and all, you might have learnt present form, past form, present participle form and past participle form. In case of present participle form, we use ing form of the verb. In case of past participle form, we have to use, for example, if you take the word give, gave, given, speak, spoke, spoken, write, wrote, written, the third form we have to take. So here, let us come to the sentences given here. I have posted the letter just now. When do we use present perfect tense? Just completion of action, we use present perfect tense. I have posted the letter just now. Here just now is the keyword that indicates the action just has completed. He has given his car to his friend. That's the second sentence. We use even present perfect tense in the expressions like, have you ever been to London? No, I have never been to London. Here the keywords which enable you that you have to use present perfect tense is in third sentence ever and in fourth one never. These are also said to be in present perfect tense. And agreement of subject with verb. When you use the first sentence, I have posted, you should not say I has. I have posted. If the subject is in first person, whether it is singular or plural, second person, singular or plural, third person plural, we have to use only have. I have, you have, they have. So we have to use have in case of such situations. And when you use third person singular only, we have to use the word has. He has given his car. This is how you have to frame sentences when you are making present perfect tense form. Keep all these things in mind while making present perfect tense. Fourth tense form in present tense is present perfect continuous tense. Say action took place in the past and continuing at present in a period of time, then we use present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense and its structure. Subject have or has plus been plus present participle form of verb plus object. All these things you have to keep in mind when framing sentences in present perfect continuous tense. Here have or has plus been. Been is also be form. One of the be forms is been. And then present participle form of verb. What is present participle form of verb? Ing form of verb is called present participle form of verb plus object. And when do we use? Present perfect continuous tense is used when action started in the past and still continuing. In such cases we use present perfect continuous tense. And for a period of time. You have to keep this in mind while framing sentences in present perfect continuous tense. When you come to the sentences, I have been staying in this house for 10 years. Second one, it has been raining since morning. I have been staying in this house for 10 years means, what is the meaning of 10 years back? I came to this house and still living in the same house. In such cases, we have to use present perfect continuous tense. And what is the keyword which enables you? Here the keyword is for, because it is period of time. Whenever we are talking about period of time, we have to use the word for, and it should be in present perfect continuous tense. When you come to the second sentence, it has been raining since morning. So here also we have to use present perfect tense because maybe it is evening, maybe it is afternoon, but it started raining in the morning. Morning itself it started raining, but continuously downpour. It's continuously going on. It's raining continuously since morning. It has been raining since morning. So here the word since is the keyword which indicates point of time. So, for example, whenever we use period of time, we use for. Whenever we use point of time, then we have to use since. For example, the girl has been dancing since 4 o'clock. So, when specific time is given, we have to use since. We learnt all these things, no? Once again, we are revising. Another aspect is agreement of subject with verb. In first one, I have been. Here again, why should we use have? Because it is in first person singular. Whether it is first person singular or plural, second person singular or plural, then third person plural, we have to use have. When it is third person singular, then we have to use has. That is why in the second sentence we used it has been raining since morning. So children, you have to keep all these things in mind whenever you are framing sentences. So structures are very, very important. along with structures, you make as many sentences as possible. In our next class, we will learn about all four forms of past tense. Till then, bye.